Good morning, I'm meteorologist Shane Hinton with your July 8th morning tropical update. Hurricane Beryl officially made landfall near Matagorda, Texas just before 4 o'clock this morning as a Category 1 hurricane. It holds on to its Category 1 status as of the 7 o'clock this morning update from the National Hurricane Center. Sustained winds just at the lower end of that, though, at 75 miles per hour. The system is moving north at 12 miles per hour, and we are going to put a very heavy emphasis on the movement from here on out because the movement will heavily dictate the impacts we feel here locally in central Texas. As we take a look at the tropical alerts, you can see the hurricane warnings extending along the coastline between Corpus Christi to Houston. Further inland and including the Houston area, we have tropical storm warnings. That does include Fayette County for the KVUE viewing area. Let's take a look at those wind speeds. Gusts on your screen in gold, sustained winds in white, gusts just shy of 70 miles per hour in Houston, just around 46 mile per hour gusts in Bay City. Locally, it's more along the lines of 33 mile per hour gusts out in Fayette County and just shy of 25 mile per hour gusts in Austin. The latest cone from the National Hurricane Center continues to have this system pushing out to the north and then eventually toward the east. But you'll notice there is still some room in the forecast cone for this to shift a little bit further to the west. Locally in central Texas, that's what we have to keep a close eye on. Right now, it looks like the bulk of the models keep it further toward our east, which means minimal impacts for us here. But then as it goes out to the north and east, it's going to fizzle apart and then eventually move on out of here very quickly. What is going to dictate Beryl's track? Well, it's kind of wedged in between two areas of high pressure. We've got that area of high pressure out over the southeast United States, and then we have the area of high pressure out on the west coast that we've been talking about that's been bringing historic heat to those parts of the country. Well, Beryl is in between the two, and it's very much a dance between these two areas of high pressure. If the one out west dominates, well, then Beryl moves more toward the east. If the one in the eastern side of the country starts to push in a little bit more, well, then Beryl treks a little bit further to the west. Either way, it's expected to eventually get picked up by this upper level trough, and that's what's going to carry it well out of Texas and out of our viewing area fairly quickly. In fact, we do expect conditions here to basically be non-tropical by dinner time and into this evening. Here's the latest runs from the high-res forecast models. They keep it still moving to the north, meaning that we expect the western area of high pressure to really be dominating the forecast more. Outer bands from Beryl will bring some tropical rain and winds mostly along and east of Highway 77. Now, if it were to pivot any at all, then it would up our rainfall potential. But right now, our rainfall totals are not looking promising. We're very much on the dry side of this tropical system. By tonight, early Tuesday morning, by 2 a.m., some of the high-res models still showing maybe a lingering shower scooting by the southern hill country. But for the most part, we're going to be trending drier and hotter for the rest of the week. Now, today in the KVUE viewing area, it is a weather impact alert day. This is a new thing we're rolling out here at KVUE that basically means for some of you, weather is going to significantly impact your day, and you need to factor that into your schedule. We break it down into the when, what the impact is going to be, and what you need to do to make sure you and your family are staying safe. The time frame started earlier this morning and runs until around 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's going to be predominantly along and east of Highway 77. The impacts: gusty tropical winds up to 50 miles per hour and the potential for some tropical rain. Right now, I think the main concern out of these two is actually going to be the gusty winds. What do you need to do, especially before you leave the house this morning? Charge those devices in case we have any power outages. Outdoor wind preparations. That's the main thing you need to do, okay? We have the holiday weekend, a lot of flagpoles out there, maybe trash cans that are full from any of those weekend festivities. Bring them into the garages. Make sure they're tied down if they have to be outdoors, because 50 mile per hour gusts can certainly throw them around. And be mindful if you're driving, especially if you are driving east. A closer look at the high-res models show that we are going to be dealing with our best rain chances for today through the late morning and early afternoon. This is 9:30 Monday morning, mostly impacting our eastern communities. Milam, Lee, and Fayette, you are going to be under a flood watch until this evening. But as you can see, the high-res models keep a majority of central Texas dry. Yes, we could have a fleeting shower that's along, maybe even just west of I-35, but the main rain potential is going to be east of the I-35 corridor. As we take a look at the future wind gusts, the bulk of it's really going to be in the coastal plains. 52 mile per hour gusts in College Station by 10 o'clock this morning. By the early afternoon, we could see gusts up to 30 miles per hour along the I-35 corridor, but we hold on to the gust potential up to 50 east of I-35. And then by 9 o'clock Monday evening, look at that, 5 to maybe 15 mile per hour gusts at best. Out of your 7-day forecast, today is the only weather impact alert day. I think after this, by Tuesday, we're trending pretty quiet, 10 to 20% chance for an isolated shower each and every afternoon. Highs returning to the mid to upper 90s. Now, we are going to continue to monitor all the updates with Beryl very closely throughout the day, and we'll provide updates on air and online.